our Chief Executive Officer, followed by remarks from each of our confirmed sponsors before moving into the presentation of sponsorship checks, a short engagement with members of the media, and then we'll close off with some closing remarks. So without further delay, it is now my pleasure to invite Chief Executive Officer of the Lusaka Securities Exchange, Mr. Nicholas Kawaso, to deliver the opening and welcome remarks. You can do it from there.
Thank you very much, Grace, and appreciate so much for getting us started. Sincere apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for the slight kickoff. We're just held up with some circumstances that possibly were beyond our control. But notwithstanding that, we are happy to be here together with yourselves. And may I simply get started by, acknowledging the presence of all of us in the room, our distinguished guests, our sponsors. We do realize we also have our, valued, press that have obviously come to help us to cover the event. Colleagues that are present here in the room from the LuSE, as well as from, the Capital Markets Association of Zambia. May I just simply say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it is indeed my pleasure to welcome you all to this second check presentation ceremony for the 2026 Zambia Capital Markets Conference. On behalf of the Lusaka Securities Exchange and our valued customers and partners, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to all of you, our valued sponsors, for supporting this important initiative. Your contribution today goes beyond sponsoring an event. It is an investment in the development and the growth of Zambia's capital markets. The Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards provides an important platform for all of us as key stakeholders to bring together government, investors, issuers, regulators, financial institutions, and other stakeholders to discuss how we can mobilize greater investment for Zambia's economic transformation and sustainable growth. This year's theme for the conference is the Capital Markets 2030, mobilizing investments for economic transformation and sustainable growth. This theme reflects the urgency of building deeper, more inclusive, and more innovative capital markets. This is especially the case in view of Zambia's Vision 2030, where we aspire to transform Zambia into a prosperous middle-income nation by building a strong, dynamic, and industrialized nation that creates equal opportunities and socio-economic justice for all. At the core of this ambition that the country has is long-term capital. Hence, the conference will seek to address one important question: what must we do differently between now and 2030 to make our capital markets a much stronger engine of Zambia's economic transformation? We are therefore grateful to all our sponsors for recognizing the role they can play in this important journey. Your partnership today makes this conference possible and strengthens the collective effort to position Zambia as an attractive destination for investment. So thank you once again for your confidence in the Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards and in Zambia's wider capital markets. We look forward to a successful conference and to building an even stronger partnership with each and every one of you beyond today and obviously beyond the conference itself. I thank you, and once again, I welcome all of you to this second check presentation for the Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much for those opening remarks. I think we can go into the exciting part of the program. Like I mentioned, it will be short and sweet. So just to give order of how things are going to go, as the media, I may need to request that you move this way so that the checks can pass. So as I call each representative from our sponsor organizations, you will come through to the podium, give your remarks. When you've given your remarks, we will do the check handover. Our high table will join you. We'll take a photo opportunity, and then we will move on in that fashion. So in no particular order, please help me to welcome the Chief Operating Officer of Madison Financial Services, Ms. Thelma Siame, to open up with her remarks. You may give her a round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'll ride on the protocols that have already been observed. On behalf of Madison Financial Services, I extend our appreciation to the Lusaka Securities Exchange, the Capital Markets Association of Zambia, and the Securities and Exchange Commission for convening this event. Madison Financial Services has long recognized the importance of robust, well-functioning capital markets to Zambia's broader economic development. As a listed entity on LuSE, and as a diversified financial services group operating across the life, general insurance, microfinance, as well as asset management, we have a direct interest in the continued strengthening of this ecosystem. Our decision to sponsor reflects that commitment. We view this conference as a valuable platform for regulators, market participants, and industry stakeholders to align on the priorities that will shape the next phase of Zambia's capital market development. We are pleased to stand among this year's sponsors, and we look forward to a productive conference. Thank you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, to assist with the check handover, we have our Head of Legal and Company Secretary, Ms. Namnyuka Jere. And we may give our round of applause. Thank you so much, Madison Financial Services. Yes, you can sit. So just in the interest of time, we thought it would be better to have checks presented after each speaker. Next up, we have our big, strong, reliable. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. So to deliver her remarks from Zanaco, we have Ms. Kiembe Kiarasunza. I hope I pronounced it properly. Yeah, okay. Our Head of Communications. Thank you, Kiembe.
Thank you so much, Grace. I really should get free shares for that butchering of my name, but I know the CEO of the LuSE will make that happen. So, so let me just take that moment to recognize our distinguished high table, fellow sponsors and members of the press. Just for the avoidance of doubt, my name is Kiembe Kialusanza. Yeah, Kiembe Kialusanza, and I'm delighted to be here. I do head the communications team at Zanaco, and which is where we support partnerships such as these ones. So for us as Zanaco, we're excited to be here, and we're proud to be back here as a sponsor. We were part of the inaugural awards last year and conference, and so today, being back, I think is just us validating our commitment to supporting initiatives such as these ones. As Zanaco, our purpose is guided by our brand promise, which is you first. And I know we want to be remembered for big, strong, reliable, which is fantastic. But now we're evolving to make sure our Zambia, our communities, our customers know that we're putting you first. And that is what initiatives such as these ones do for us, reinforcing that or underpinning that message that we have decided to put Zambia first, in this case, the capital markets first. As Zambia continues to develop on its development journey, there's an opportunity to deepen participation in the capital markets, to broaden investor awareness, and to encourage more businesses to consider the market as a platform for growth. Achieving this requires collaboration among regulators, financial institutions, investors, listed companies, and development partners. This is why the Capital Markets Conference and Awards is such an important platform. It brings together all these key stakeholders to discuss opportunities, share insights, and celebrate excellence and advance conversations that will shape the future of Zambia's financial markets. For Zanaco, supporting this initiative aligns directly with our commitment to creating value for those that we serve. By supporting platforms such as these ones that strengthen the financial ecosystem, we're helping to create opportunities for our customers, contribute to the prosperity of our communities, and support Zambia's broader economic ambitions. As a homegrown bank and as a listed company, we understand the role that a well-functioning capital markets plays in driving innovation and attracting investment. We therefore see partnerships such as this one with the Capital Markets Conference and Awards, not simply as a sponsorship, but as a contribution to a shared vision and a stronger and more inclusive financial sector. I know I'm turning pages, don't panic, I'm almost done. And so, we commend the Lusaka Securities Exchange and the Capital Markets Association of Zambia and the SEC for their continued leadership in driving the development of the capital markets in Zambia. We also applaud other sponsors who have come on board today and 2 weeks ago, and partners whose support demonstrates a collective commitment to building a vibrant and resilient market ecosystem. Zanaco is proud once again to stand alongside the Zcmca and your journey, and we look forward to engaging fellow stakeholders in a few weeks' time. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Zanaco. Please give Zanaco a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kiambe. And now it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Mawano Kambeo from .com Zambia to come forward and give his remarks.
Thank you very much. Can I just get a louder round of applause? Because the theme you're about to hear is Kasuli Estaring. So I think let's remember that theme as I give my remarks. So please, just allow me to ride on the protocols already established. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So first and foremost, a big thank you. As you can see, I'm very excited to be here. And thank you to the LuSE, to the Capital Markets Association of Zambia, and to the SEC for convening us today and inviting us to be part of the lead up to the Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Award 2026. And on behalf of .com Zambia PLC, it is my pleasure to formally present our sponsorship towards this conference. Now, this year's theme, Capital Markets 2030, mobilizing investments for economic transformation and sustainable growth. Very long theme, but it does speak directly to our experience as both a technology company and a newly listed company. At .com Zambia, we use technology to solve practical problems at scale. Technology makes more important systems more efficient, more accountable, and easier to use. And we also brought that same thinking to our listing. Our IPO was conducted entirely digitally, if many of you can remember, reinforcing our belief that technology can broaden access to the capital markets, while the capital markets can give Zambian technology companies and other SMEs a platform to grow. So being the first technology company and the first company of any kind to list on the LuSE alternative market does carry a responsibility. And I think it's one that we wear every day as we go about our business, because our success can help make the path more credible for the companies that come after us. So in that sense, our journey contributes to the exact transformation that this conference is calling for. But, we also come here with humility because, we are the newest and smallest listed company on the alternative in market. So in effect, Teifoba Kasuli. And, so we are the last born in the Zambian capital markets family. And, for all of you that have families, I'm a firstborn. So I'm just speaking what has been written for me. I do not know what this actually means. But generally in a family, the last born is not always expected to contribute. Deaf you. So this is precisely why the opportunity to take part really carries meaning for us, because it tells us that we're not standing outside of the movement. We are part of it. We have benefited from the work being done to deepen the Zambian capital markets, and we have a responsibility to support that work and help create the path for those that come after us. So this is why, for us, I think it means a lot that we are here in our own small way to be able to contribute towards the conference. And so really to our fellow sponsors and partners, thank you for standing with us. There are a number of companies that we aspire to become someday. And I think it's really an honor for us to be here. And again, thank you to the LuSE, to the Capital Markets Association of Zambia, and to Cheque for help, for building an ecosystem in which Zambian companies can grow. So we do look forward to seeing many of you in Livingstone. And for today, it's just an honor to say that .com Zambia is proud to stand with all of you. Thank you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Al Kasuli at the LuSE. Thank you, .com Zambia, for your sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause, please. Okay. How do we follow the Kasuli? Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Ms. Chipego Zulu, Director, Corporate Affairs at Zambia Breweries PLC, to the podium.
Thank you and good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. How do you follow the Kasuli? Yeah, well, last born. Okay, thank you very much. So on behalf of Zambian Breweries, it's a tremendous honor to stand before you today as a proud sponsor of the Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards. It is the second time we're sponsoring, and we are very excited as strategic partners to be a part of this conference. We believe that it represents the very engine of Zambia's economic future. As a company deeply rooted in the fabric of this nation, we also believe that a robust, dynamic, and forward-looking capital market is essential to unlocking sustainable growth for all Zambians. For Zambian breweries, our sponsorship of this conference is not just a corporate gesture. It is a celebration of historic partnership. 29 years of shared value, shared growth. We've been listed on the LuSE since 1997. It is also a symbol of local ownership. Our listing has allowed local institutions and retail investors to share directly in our corporate success. And we also believe that it is a symbol of driving economic value. Every local investment in our stock has directly fueled our capacity to expand production, source from local farmers, and create jobs. We believe that Zambian breweries and our company is proof that Zambia's capital markets have the depth and resilience to support world-class industrial growth. So at this moment, I'd like to thank, of course, the Lusaka Stock Exchange, the Capital Markets Association, the Securities Exchange Commission for organizing this pivotal conference. On behalf of them as well, I'd like to thank the sponsors that make it possible, just like us, our Kasuli, Zanako, the various partners that have come on board. Thank you for supporting this conference. Let's continue to collaborate, invest, build a prosperous Zambia together. Please join me as I say cheers to the continued success of our capital markets. On three, we say cheers. 1, 2, 3, cheers. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Zambia Breweries, and let's have a round of applause for our sponsor. Thank you so much. Next up, as the LuSE, we're very proud. Chilanga Cement has been a proud partner of Zambia's economic infrastructure for decades. It's now my pleasure to invite Ms. Mutinta Kavota Mukuka to come up to the podium and give her remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, what pressure it is to come after the Kasuli. And as the firstborn, I must say we had it the hardest, right? But we're happy to see that the family is still growing. And we have first, last, and even all those in between. So I'd like to write on the protocols that have already been observed. And it is a great, great pleasure for Chilanga Cement to be a part of the 2026 Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards. As Zambia's first and longest standing listed company, Chilanga has witnessed firsthand the vital role that a well-functioning capital market plays in national development. Access to capital allows businesses to expand operations, to create jobs, and to contribute meaningfully to the economies in which they operate. So it is through platforms such as this that we can collectively explore innovative financing solutions, deepen market liquidity, and build the investor confidence necessary for Zambia to realize its full economic potential. So we recognize that a vibrant capital market is not just built by a single institution, but through the coordinated efforts of regulators, market players, investors. And so this conference, we believe, will provide just that important space for that collaboration. And so as Chilanga Cement, we are very proud to be a sponsor of this event. And we look forward to the discussions, partnerships, and opportunities that will emerge from this conference. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Chilanga Cement, the firstborn. Next, please allow me to invite Mr. Friday Makesa, Finance and Business Development Manager at Real Estate Investment Zambia, also known as RAISE, aka RISE.
Good morning, everyone. I'll ride on all the protocols that have been observed. First, let me say how delighted I am on behalf of the CEO and RAISE to be here this morning. When I received this invitation, I thought to myself, a sponsor review at 8:30 with all the Lusaka traffic. The capital markets people are very serious people, and we are very proud to be part of the team. At RAISE, we believe that capital markets are not simply about shares, the numbers, and the stock prices. At their best, they are about connecting capital with opportunity, ideas with investments, and investments with economic growth. As a listed real estate investment company, we believe this is very, very well placed because buildings don't just need bricks and concrete. They need capital. Yeah? And capital, when properly mobilized and deployed, can transform properties into real businesses. And these businesses will transform into real jobs and investments into long-term value. That is why an initiative such as this one is very important because they bring market together, they create conversations, build confidence, and hopefully encourage more people to look at Zambia, not just as a place to invest, but as a place where long-term value can be created. Would like to commend the Lusaka Securities Exchange, the Capital Markets Association of Zambia, and the Securities Exchange Commission for bringing us together and for continuing to champion the growth of our market. And finally, let me just say how proud we are as Rays to be part of this team. I thank you.
Thank you very much for those remarks. Another round of applause for Rays coming through as a sponsor. And now, I think at this point, CEO, if you allow me, we have two Kasulis. There's one on the Alt M and there's another one on the main board. So please allow me to welcome to the podium Mr. Jones Chanje, Head of Investor Relations at Clapton Re.
Grace, thank you for that intro because I was going to claim the Kasuli title. So we're 5 months old on the main board through a direct listing, and we're proud that we had achieved that with the help of the LuSE and the SEC. So thank you very much. Good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues and partners. It is a pleasure on behalf of Clapton Re to be here to support the Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards Ceremony for 2026. For us, this partnership is particularly meaningful because Clapton Re is not just participating in the Zambian capital markets. We are now part of its evolution as a new kid on the block. Our recent listing gave us a first-hand appreciation of what it means to be a publicly traded company, the importance of transparency, accountability, communication, and above all, maintaining confidence with our investors. These principles are strongly aligned with the Zambia Capital Markets and Awards Conference, and that is what it represents. As a reinsurance company, our role is to provide capacity and resilience, helping businesses, economies manage uncertainty and withstand risk. We see a similar importance in having capital markets that are deep, credible, and trusted. For Clapton Re, being listed also means having a responsibility to engage meaningfully with the market, not only with our shareholders and investors, but with the broader investment community, the institutions that make our capital markets work. And we continue to build Clapton, as we continue to build Clapton Re as an Africa and indeed as a world reinsurance company, we want to see a capital markets that grows in depth, sophistication, and international relevance alongside the businesses that are operating within it. That is why we're proud to be part of the Zcmca conference. We believe that these conversations matter. They create greater understanding between issuers, investors, regulators, market participants, and ultimately, they help to build confidence in our market and in the companies that call it home. At Clapton Re, our business again is to build resilience against risk. Our presence in the capital markets is about building confidence through transparency, performance, and engagement. We are delighted to be part of this inclusive event and look forward to contributing to what promises to be a very impactful conference in September. I thank you and see you all there.
Thank you, Clapton Ree. A round of applause for our sponsor. And last but not least, for our check presentation round, we are proud to partner with Loghouse Creatives as our creative and media partner for Zcmca 2026. If you've been paying attention on the screens, the recap video was done by Loghouse Creative as well as the logo. So to give their remarks on behalf of Loghouse Creatives, please help me welcome Creative Director at Loghouse Creatives, Mr. Emmanuel Zulu.
Thank you for that, Grace. Okay, so I think firstly, as one of the youngest sponsors, I definitely win the Kasuli competition. All right, good morning, everyone. Allow me to recognize the high table, members of the press, and all the stakeholders, including our vibrant fellow sponsors. My name is Emmanuel, Creative Director and co-founder of Loghouse Creatives, here with my best friend and co-founder, Samuel, off in the crowd somewhere. I have to say that he pays my salaries. So Loghouse is a youth-driven, forward-thinking branding and marketing company who find a lot of joy in pushing boundaries. So simply put, we are the LuSE's young makeup artists, making sure they always look good and speak strong. The reason why we have partnered with the LuSE for over 5 years now is because they trust in new ideas and pushing boundaries. They have also let me show up to press briefings in braids and jewelry, so I appreciate that. Over the years, we have pushed many limits for what a thought leader in the capital markets looks like. We have made strides in making the LuSE core messaging as accessible to the everyman as possible, launching the LuSE magazine together, the inaugural Zcmca event last year, winning awards at showgrounds exhibitions. I mean, we're an undeniably winning team. That comes from mutual trust and the need to move our country ahead, and we are more than happy to continue pushing boundaries together. We've become a family of ideas, and there is no place we would rather be than Livingstone, Avani on the 30th of September for another knockout capital market celebration by the very capable LuSE team, and we'll be more than happy to be by their side. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Loghouse. And a round of applause for our creative and media partner. Thank you. Allow me to acknowledge in absentia Prudential Pensions Management Zambia for coming in as a sponsor, as well as the CFA, which is the Chartered Financial Analyst Society, South Africa. In absentia, we recognize you and thank you for your contribution. Now, High Table, if you allow me, as always, we like to thank our sponsors and mark important events in our capital markets by ringing the bell. So for those of you who've been asking, the bell is in the room and we will be ringing the bell. So if the High Table, led by Mr. Kawaso, could come to the front, and if we could have one representative from each sponsor also join the High Table in front, and we will ring the bell. Now, the rest of us in the room, we also have an important job to do, right? So we will present the bell momentarily. When Mr. Kawaso rings the bell, your job is to clap. And you do not stop clapping until Mr. Kawaso gets tired. And I will warn you, Mr. Kawaso has been gymming lately. So be prepared. So we'll bring out the bell just now. When I reach 1, Mr. Kawaso, you may start the bell ringing, and everybody else be on standby to clap. And if it's not loud enough, we will clap again. So, 3, 2, 1. That was very short. All right, thank you very much. You may be seated. All right, please allow me also in absentia to thank Zafiko for coming on board as a sponsor, and please look out for our social media posts for the sponsor announcements as well. Now, before we move into the last segment of our interactions, which is the Q&A with the media, please allow me to call upon the President of the Capital Markets Association of Zambia, Mr. Elijah Kawaso, to give his remarks.
Okay, good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. That's much better. I'll write on the protocols already established and simply say good morning. Distinguished guests, representatives of the LuSE, our partners, SEC, and my team members at CMAZ. As we come to the close of this ceremony, allow me to sincerely thank everyone for joining and most importantly for supporting the 2026 Zambia Capital Markets Conference and Awards. Today has demonstrated that Zcmca is more than an event. It is a reflection of what we can achieve when the capital markets ecosystem comes together behind a common vision. To all our sponsors, and I'll mention them by name just to appreciate you all: Madison, Zanaco.com Zambia, Zambian Breweries, Lafarge Zambia, The Firstborn, Rees, Clapton Re, Loghouse, Prudential, CFA Society, South Africa, and Zafiko. Thank you all for making this event a possibility. Without your money, would not be going to Livingstone. So thank you, and maybe we could just give you a round of applause. So thank you for believing in this vision and investing in the development of Zambia's capital markets. Your support is not simply financial, it demonstrates a shared commitment to mobilizing investment, supporting economic transformation, and building sustainable growth. Our theme, Capital Markets 2030, Mobilizing Investment for Economic Transformation and Sustainable Growth, calls for collaboration. No single institution can build the capital markets alone, and we can only build it together. We therefore encourage all stakeholders to continue working together, sharing ideas, and turning conversations into practical action. To the media, we do not leave you behind. We thank you for helping us communicate the importance of the capital markets and ensuring that the public is better informed about investment opportunities and development in our sector. We now look forward to welcoming you all in Livingstone between 30th September and 2nd October 2026, where we will continue this important conversation and work towards building a stronger, deeper, and more inclusive capital market ecosystem. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, partners, the media, and everyone who has contributed to making Zcmca 2026 possible. Thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you in Livingstone.
Thank you very much, Elijah. So before we release the high table, I'll open up and give the members of the media an opportunity to ask questions, whether to the high table or to the sponsors that are present. There is a roving mic. It will be brought to you. So at this point, members of the media, if there are any questions, we will take it in rounds of 3. Okay. I don't see any immediate questions. So I do believe that both the sponsors and members of the high table are available should you wish to contact them and get more details. We will also make available more information on the event as requested. So to everybody who has attended, thank you so much. This draws a close to our program, and we will see you all in Livingstone. Thank you.
So the last board member that we want to be able to recognize as a Capital Markets Pioneers Award is is actually Dr. George Sokota. So Caesar once again was actually nominated. Now, the interesting thing I must be able to acknowledge is that when I informed Dr. Sokota that he's getting an award, and then says, no problem, Caesar, so again, he actually said, Caesar will pick it up for him, and please welcome him to be able to pick up for Dr. George Sokota.
I don't know if this is a sign that I won't be getting any of those tonight.